Honestly, I've had enough. I'll let some part of me in. I've been somebody who's lost. I wish somebody would. Always alone in my head. It's holding me over the edge. I wish somebody would stop. I wish somebody would. Somebody would stop for me. Reconcile my flaws for me. I can do this all properly. So look what you did. Look what you did to me. Could have been different. Could have went differently. Counting missed calls, nobody on the way. When I had the chance, I'm looking for a stay. Never understand how to pull me out the grave. How to save me. Honestly, I've had enough. I let some part of me in. I've been somebody who's lost. I wish somebody would. Always alone in my head. It's holding me over the edge. I wish somebody would stop. I wish somebody would let it stop. All this damn pain, love it, lost. All the damn same minute, lost. And my brain. What is up? Is it working? Do we have soundage? Is it working? Make sure it's working. We're good? Can y'all hear me? Yes. Excellent. All right. What is up? Y'all like the Gandalf hype? Yeah. Me too. Me too. All right. What's up, everybody? We are back with our weekly market review. Good quality audio. Good. We are back with our weekly market video update. We wanted to get this out of the way on a Monday. Market could go either way, but let's go ahead and do it. We'll look at what's possible. The reason why I wanted to get this knocked out on Monday is because I want to do two. I know I'm spoiling you. I want to do two altcoin madness videos this week. And by the way, after this week, we're going to start having thematic theme weeks. Is thematic a word? I don't know. Maybe I made it up. Like globality. I thought I made up globality, but it turns out I didn't. Globality is actually a word. So thematic week. I don't know if that's a word. If it's not, I claim it. Starting next week, we're gonna have. Oh yes. Thematic week. Next week, we're gonna start with meme coins aren't dead. But do you know which ones are going to kill it? That's next week. Yeah, that's going to be the theme for next week. But this week, we're doing this market review so that you guys can look at Bitcoin and Ethereum. We're going to look at the macro charts. So I know these aren't the videos you like, but I promise everything hinges on these, okay? Everything. Altcoins swing from the pendulum of what's happening with Bitcoin and Ethereum, no matter what anybody else tells you. It's just been that way. It still is that way. And all of the data points to that being still the same. While there's many differences between this cycle and other cycles, especially fundamentally, that is not one of them. Yeah. Oh, I know. I watched it. I did. I watched it. We are back with the Telcoin shirt. That should make you happy. For those of you that are wanting me to talk about Tel 24/7, you have a major mental problem. You have a serious issue. And I get it because I'm excited about Tel, just like you are, but some of you are one-track minded. You're one-track minded. Yeah, so big shout out to my boy Nash. Everybody hit up Nash in the chat. Nash is my right-hand man. Without Nash, none of this would be possible. Thank you, my brother. Love you. Thank you for everything that you do so that I can just do this. Yeah. He literally does everything else. I swear. Everything. Yeah. So thanks, brother. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to just go right into the charts, man. So sit tight. I'm going to move you guys over. And we are going to get this party started. What shall we begin with? All right. Yeah, we're definitely going to start with that one. I really, really like this. I know I'm not sharing the screen yet. Stand by. All right. All right, here we go. Let's share the screen. Yeah. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. That's just Bitcoin dominant saying, mwah, mwah, mwah. Altcoins go, baby. Mwah, mwah. That's all it is. This is the Bitcoin dominance chart. I want to zoom out because I want you to see it. Look, those of y'all that have been with me, you're already on board, on deck. You know all of this already. So you're just being kept up to date. If you're new, dear God, you need to join us. I mean, hello. We have our first extreme here, guys. This is Bitcoin's dominance from the get-go, and this is why Ethereum and altcoins have never once had the power at all since the very beginning. We're talking way back since the bear market. It has never happened. It has never happened. Yes, I will talk about XRP in one of the altcoin madnesses this week, but we're not doing that right now. Stay on target. Stay on target. In the voice of Star Wars, stay on target. Yeah, this is where we knew right here, right in here, when this volume began to max out. This is when we knew that Bitcoin dominance was in its FOMO stage. Yeah, and beginning to formulate its top. All right, when we started seeing this, and sure enough, this up here ended up being the finale. And Bitcoin on insane volume literally traversed this entire channel in a single week. That's a weekly candle. That's the one we just closed out, folks. Just closed out. Yes, we did. Now, look, this is not going to go straight down as much as you want it to just do this. I know that's what you want. That's what you want. I know. I mean, look, it kind of did last time. Okay. But there was still a nice 2-month period on last cycle's drop there where it kind of coagulated. I'll say, all right, so I wanted to remind you, because some of you are looking at this thinking, oh no, I must abandon all of my Bitcoin. That's not necessarily the case, because it was during this drop of Bitcoin dominance. It was just this drop in Bitcoin dominance where Bitcoin was making its final all-time high runs. You understand? I need you to remember that. Bitcoin losing dominance does not mean Bitcoin is done. Okay, Bitcoin is not finished. It just means, again, I say this every time, but I need you to know it so that you're not listening to the shenanigans and the hocus pocus out there on Twitter. This does not mean that Bitcoin is done. All right, Bitcoin, it just means more money will flow into Ethereum and altcoins than will flow into Bitcoin. That's all it means, guys. All right, and I'm going to go from this, because we're talking dominance right now. I'm going to go from this to the Ethereum dominance. Why? Because all of these macro charts we put together to formulate our thoughts, opinions, rhymes, and reasons. They fit together like a glove. So each one converges on the other and confirms or contrasts with the other. And right now, they're all saying the same thing. And that is that it is money making time for those that are holding anything other than Bitcoin. Yeah, it is time. Let's look at Ethereum dominance. Wow. What in the world is this? Yeah, so this is still the weekly chart. Still the weekly chart. This is, let me show it to you. I want to show it to you. Yep. Let me show it to you. This is where we currently are. Yep. This is in comparison with last cycle where Ethereum took dominance. Here's the chotch, the breakout, retest, go, pump, go, 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 and then the consolidation up here. We are in this area where it did finally break out. I'm going to zoom in on this. Yep, that's where we're at. Yep, with all kinds of room, especially if this remains descending up top, all kinds of room. So that's not it. We can't end there. So we have Bitcoin dominance. We have Ethereum dominance showing that the queen is uptrending. The queen has dominance, and her dominance just on this leg here confirmed the uptrend. Not here. This is not a trend. This is a single move. This is a trend. This is now in a confirmed uptrend. Now, remember, that doesn't mean this goes straight up. Just like it didn't back here. There's all kinds of jaggedy stair, up, boom, very volatile. So don't expect this to just go straight up. Now we have one final macro chart that we need to confirm, and that is the Ethereum as traded against Bitcoin. That is called the Ethereum Bitcoin pairing chart. Does it confirm everything we've looked at already? Wow. Indeed it does. Not a trend, trending. Yep, not a trend, trending. This is Ethereum as compared to Bitcoin. Remember, when Bitcoin had dominance, Bitcoin as compared to Ethereum, that's why Ethereum, this is dropping, because this is Ethereum against Bitcoin. But now that Ethereum is more money is coming into Ethereum than is Bitcoin, Ethereum against Bitcoin is now trending up. Did everybody see this? This is why we are in that portion of the market where Ethereum and altcoins will dominate until the end of the cycle. Correct. With all kinds of room to run. All kinds of room to run. Yep, all kinds of room. So now that we've done that, let's go ahead and look at some macro views for Bitcoin. This is the weekly chart. I want to zoom out a little bit because I want you to see this. Yeah. This is the cone, the channel cone for Bitcoin. This is the channel cone. So I'm going to zoom in on our current price action zone. I'm just letting you see the whole thing, but I want to zoom in on where we're at here. Okay. So let's take a peek. Make sure y'all can see this. Yeah. So again, even though Bitcoin has lost dominance, it does not mean Bitcoin is not going higher. As a matter of fact, within the next, probably before the end of August, Bitcoin will test the top of this cone, and that puts it in the 130 to 135. Okay. You with me? Bitcoin will continue to ascend to 130 to 135. I think it probably finds some resistance there, but I do not believe that is the top. I do believe we continue to see Bitcoin climb higher sometime thereafter. Now, I want to make it very clear. I don't know what's going to happen this week because both Bitcoin and Ethereum could go lower. For example, Bitcoin has not filled this liquidity. There is liquidity down to this breakout spot. So here's the breakout run. This has not been mitigated. This would bring Bitcoin back to 112. All right. I don't think Bitcoin goes much lower. Could it test the median here? Sure, it could. But right now, there's a lot of strength in the market and a lot of institutions stacking, racking, nations stacking, racking. So I don't know. I'm just showing you what's possible. So Bitcoin could pull back. It would not be a problem. Nobody should be whining about it or crying over any of this. If I hear it, I'm going to punch you right in the face. That's right. Right through the camera. I'm going to punch you right in the mouth. Not really. I know I said that once and I got like 3 offended DMs on Twitter. Like I wasn't joking. Like, come on. Like I could punch you in the mouth. Like, come on. All right. So that's Bitcoin. Let's look at another view because I do want you to see a zoomed out, yeah, this is the one I want to show you. And I'll show you why. All right, non-logarithmic. So I'm saying on the regular view, I want you to see this. Yeah, this is a prolific thing. This is a 3-cycle trend with now 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, 4 touch, breakout, and holding support. Do you see it? Do you see it? It is now holding support above this line. I do not, any way, shape, or form, while this has been the peak, this has been the top of the cycle for 2 cycles, I do not believe this is representing a top this time. Why? Because the fundamental dynamics from this cycle to the previous 2 aren't even similar. Do you understand what I'm saying? And technically, you're supposed to be using, when you have a zoomed out view, technically you could not, we will do clanker. See, this is what I mean. You guys aren't even paying attention to me. All you guys care about is altcoins. And I understand you. It's why we're going to do 2 altcoin madness videos this week. Yes, I will do clanker. My goodness. This is why I want to punch you in the mouth. I'm trying to show you the important stuff. Let me show you what this looks like logarithmically. When you do a long-term view like that, technically, you're supposed to be using logarithmic view. So you come down here, you're on a regular view, you click logarithmic. I know you have to reset the chart, but now let me show you what happens to that same line. I'm going to get rid of that. I am going to fix it. Yep. So I have now adjusted it on logarithmic view. This would put Bitcoin. Let me fix it. I know some of y'all are like, it's not touching the top. All right. Well, remember, lines are areas, not precise points, okay? They're areas. And we're going to touch that one right there. I'll even bring it down to the second one. Just bring it lower. If Bitcoin was to test this, and this is why I have adjusted my theory for where I think Bitcoin is headed for this cycle. By first quarter 2026, maybe second quarter 2026, this is how you get your $250,000 Bitcoin. Do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see it? Yep. Good. See, I don't even want to call you AIDS victim, but yes, your name is AIDS victim. I don't even know what to say. Hopefully you're overcoming that. Does that say AIDS victim? Your name is AIDS victim. Hopefully you're overcoming that. If you have it, God bless you. Like, God bless you, man. I don't know. So I'm going to assume that's not a joke because I have to. I don't know what to say. You guys have some crazy names, so I don't know what to do with them. Yeah, so look, like I've already forgot my train of thought just because your name is AIDS victim. Yeah, so this is why my projection has changed. So it's not just this, okay? It's not, if it's just the charting, the technical analysis for your theories, then that is incorrect. You need to be combining this with fundamental. That's why everybody everybody that called this the top for Bitcoin is wrong. Called that the top for Bitcoin is wrong. Called that the top for Bitcoin is wrong. Called that the top. They've all been wrong. Why? Because they're looking at mere price action and no fundamentals. And I told you the key fundamental. You guys all know. If you've been watching any of my videos, you all know. Here it is. There has been no end of cycle distribution whatsoever for Bitcoin. Did you hear what I just said? None. There has been none. None. As a matter of fact, in every single one of these massive pullbacks, there has been a complete, utter, total reaccumulation. It is undeniable. So if all you are is price action, you're not paying attention to fundamentals, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. I'm just letting you know. You're in trouble. Be bigger than the gap. be smarter than the gap, be faster than the gap. So let's go ahead and look at Ethereum, which has blown away my expectations. I did not expect it to. I'm trying to get to the right chart. Let me back out to the daily. This is the one you want to pay attention to because this is the one that your altcoins swing from the pendulum of. No, not that one. Yeah, we'll start with this one. This is the stair step view. So this is the high that Bitcoin has achieved this cycle because it already did this in 2024 at the very end of the month. So this isn't even last cycle's high. All right, let me pull that over. I'm going to bring that over so you can see it on the chart. Yeah. So we're zooming in just to show you what's going to happen. Sorry, I'm going to make it bigger. All right. All right, here we go. Yep. Let me get this out the way. This was the stair step down, and so we call it the stair steps up. And Ethereum disregarded all. Ethereum like jumped 3 steps. Yep. Ethereum, like, I don't even want to read your name, but it is Big Ara. Oh man, you guys' names are killing me. You're killing me. So Ethereum decided to disregard two levels of resistance. Yep, just blew right through them. It was like once it came off of this, it just went vertical. So I am expecting a potential wick or move into the equal highs. Why are these equal highs? I'm going to show you. This is why. See this right here? This never removed liquidity from this high. So we have 1 touch, 2 touch. Therefore, this sets up what? I'm going to show you what this sets up. There is a lot of this up here. I know I'm trying to make this as understandable as possible. Yeah, there's a lot of external money up here by way of liquidity. So I'm expecting Bitcoin or Ethereum to come up here. There potentially could be enough explosive liquidity up here that when it does finally break this and sweeps these highs to test the 2021 high around $4,700. Now remember, Ethereum doesn't even get fun until it breaks the all-time high. But what I'm showing you is because we've had this, look at this run. Let some air out. Run. I mean, I'm expecting Ethereum to let some air out. You understand? Like this, I'm expecting, now it could decide to just do all this before letting some air out. I don't know. I'm just showing you whether it does it now and decides to test this and pull back. I just need you to see it because it could do it and it would not be a problem. Yeah. So look, Ethereum has done let's just measure it from here to here. This is already an 80% move for Ethereum. Do you understand? Yeah. Do you get it? It's an 80% move. So we don't want things to just go vertical and vertical and vertical and vertical and vertical. We want it to let air out, just like it did down here, because it allows new participants to enter on pullbacks. Like nobody should be buying this. I mean, unless you have a very, very long-term horizon, like you're just going to stack it for 5-10 years. Of course, you can buy it anytime, just like Strategy buys Bitcoin. It's the same thing. So, but if you're doing it for this cycle, you would want to wait for the pullback, but really you'd want to have bought it when we bought it. All right. So I want to show you the triangle chart because it's the other macro chart that we've been doing. Let me find it. Let's back out to the weekly. Where is it? Anyway, I may not have it on here, so let's do it this way. Have I gone back to regular view? Let's go back to regular view. There we go. All right. We're just going to draw it. Yeah, those entries you see there, those are our leverage 360 elites leverage long entries. That's up. I don't even want to tell you how many percentage points that's up. It's up insane. And then our second one is right there. But I digress. What I want you to see is the macro. Yeah. Yep. So the fun hasn't even begun. This is another reason why I expect Ethereum to let out a little steam and to pull back eventually. Again, it could come a little higher and challenge these tops. It can even pull liquidity from these tops and move up to this peak. Okay, which would be right here. Let me change that color. Yep. But expect a pullback. All right. This is what I mean. Pullback. Big move, pullback. Expect it. It's coming. I don't know when, but it's coming. Yeah. All right. That was it. Nice and simple. You got to see the macro charts. I didn't do market cap. We'll worry about that next week. But I wanted you to see the dominance charts for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the Ethereum to Bitcoin pairing so that you understand the totality of the globality, the totality of what's occurring and why it's occurring, and that it's not a maybe. We have confirmation on all three. And there's actually other confirmations, but I don't want this video to run on and on and on. Guys, it's Monday. I've already promised you 2 altcoin madness videos this week. Next week, we have theme week, which is meme coins aren't dead, but do you know which ones are going to be the killers? That's next week. We've got a lot coming. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube, you need to do it. I'm telling you, we have called this market to perfection from the get-go. I have thousands that can validate that for you. If you want this like every day, you need to join the 360 Elite, baby. Till next time, here comes the boom.